and we're continuing to look at dark and light. Our goal now is to try to jump up 15 and really start unlocking and opening up a lot of stuff. And we're getting to a point where we're there. Don't have a whole lot of resources on me at the time, but you can see that we're starting to get a little better. Might want to try to focus on crafting one or two of those to see what they're like. We definitely need more Rune of Restoration. So we're almost at like kind of an ugly point where we need to really build up everything again, and that's going to require all of our basic components. So it is daytime. It's safe. It's nice. Got a decent amount of weight. I'm gonna try to maybe do 50 wood, 50 twine, 50 straw, a bunch of magic shards. I probably need way more than 50 magic shards. Some stone. We're just gonna bring this all back and throw it into the chests because we want to have a nice healthy supply in there when we're crafting and back at the pot. Because as we start crafting, it's never just one item. And we want to make sure that we have enough components to keep going. We're not having to run outside every 5 minutes for more. And we really do need to start scanning for a better location. And there's not really anything wrong with this, but I want somewhere that it's just more dense, has more of a forest to it. Let's see, totally hungry. We need to keep our eye on that. That may be somewhat of a problem. So let's actually keep our eye on an animal and head towards that. It almost looks like copper. That is. So let's hit that really quick. We got 2 pieces of it here. Very nice. And I'll probably get close to filling up our weight anyway. Warriors of the Sand. Unlock that. Check that really quick. That might have to maybe do something with mining. Maybe not. It's nice that these deposits have a decent amount of ore in them. Slower than I want. I have the rune. I do. Put it there for now. It wouldn't hurt to maybe check into crafting a few of those too. I think I would rather kind of do it all now than later, just because if I do it after 15, I'm going to have a lot more unlocked, and there's going to be a lot more things I want to go after, and I should just have everything built and based here right now. Get that fixed. We didn't get the magic shards. We were out there because of weight. It's okay. Just unload our stuff here. I'll actually probably put our wood there as well because that needs wood for later. And then, hey, we're pretty fine. All right. So, piece of food. And I think going forward, we can just catch the stuff that may be needed. Like berries and stuff. We need magic shards too, and not too many of them. I think like 7. I'll just hit that really quick. But this food is going to really start causing some problems like very, very, very soon. Maybe put on a bare hand and hope for some berries. Not that they'll do much, but even a few will help. Just because the fire, I don't have an actual campfire ready to go. We probably should have one of those as well as you're out and about walking. But there's so much for making our healing rooms. I just saw a monster over there too. quickly check about the campfire. This is getting much larger now. Make one with just a few more pieces of wood, so let's do that. And repair that. Oh, 26 meat, yeah, so we'll, oops, we need to go in here. We can actually get some food. So just, yeah, instead of worrying about it, slow down, think, look what you actually have in your inventory. And we can make everything work out nice and easily. So obviously that 26 meat, though, is going to cook a lot slower than I would like. Part of me wants to go and hit that thing with a fireball, but it's probably going to run away. More importantly, I definitely want some food in me before I do that. Will be a little bit, at least so that you're not having any con coming up and having any other issues with health or so. But won't do us forever. I do like, I think it's an okay time span for the food and the survival in the game. I mean, it makes it enough so that it's challenging and you do have to keep your eye on it rather than it just being a complete blow off. Hey, did you run away? You must have. Must have flown away, really. Alright, well. Oh, look at that. He came up right behind us. Level 12, I'm interested. Let's see if we can get the way higher. Yeah, we're not even going to touch that until we can deal with flyers, and that's probably until we get teaming. Oh, if he's that far away, just ignore it and move on. I already lost my fire. Oh, is that it? I really hope that is. Good. I want my fire so I have my food, otherwise that's just wasted food. Probably most of it's probably going to spoil before I get to it. Or should come close to filling me up. Won't fill me up. Alright, I'll leave it. Oh, you land back down? It's just a different one. It's a different one. He's gone. I see this, and this is what I don't want to deal with. Earth Golem, or Earth Element, has been painful. And I think he's like level 22. I'm just not, there's the only plan I have for him is to run him into another monster and hope they fight. And that's not the best plan. It'll work. Not what I want to deal with, though. 32 a little higher. The fire should take him out. No problem. Okay, I was worried about another one. Might not hit him. I'm gonna run this around in a circle. I don't want to attract too many of them, but I don't really want to take them too far away from each other. Of course, you always have to be vigilant. And again, I'm not really, oops, hit the buttons too fast. I'm not really worried about it. Don't tell me this cannot harvest anything from them. I have to go back to the stone knife. Huh. Yeah, forget these. And you can't throw it either. Wow. Huh. I'd rather have the stone knives than the satyr knives. Preference, I guess. I know this is stronger. It's just gonna make a mess of it. Right. Guess that'll work. Lock my stone sword and maybe see. Yeah, these are all gonna get meat. Oh well. Oh, I'm not gonna waste too much time on it. Moving on. Plenty of things to hunt and fight, and they're giving me great experience. I mean, this is working a lot better than harvesting and crafting. Let's see if we can engage this one in battle with me, and then maybe he won't fly away. Nope. Still just runs off. Flies away. He's scared. What I do remember we wanted though while we were over here was the elk are going to start coming up upon us. And we want to take out a handful of those so we can make some elk shape-shifting runes and really start working on our shape-shifting side of things. There's also the hard leather and timber, which part of me should have been doing that and not worrying either. So I'm not positive what that creature was over there. That's the same one from before that just landed over here. The other one. Come on, little doggy. There we go, take care of that. It won't even work on... Oh, there we go. It's working on this. Well, maybe we just didn't target it just right. I'll blame myself for this maybe not being able to hit the right target. So there was that creature again. There's no way that's a butch. What is that? No, it's not a rock. Oh, it's dead. I hear something. Ah, that's a T-ball. All of it before I could harvest it. 14. That's not too bad. 13 I mean. So water's really low. Cool. I just hit level 2 on air magic. We have lightning bolts now. That's kind of cool. I want to look at it really quick. I think this is it. What do we need? Copper and magic. Oh. Water's going to be an issue here pretty soon. And I don't know where more is. So what we need to do is go barehanded and really try to collect as much berries as we possibly can. And even like one berry bush, so nice to find. Cool, we just hit level 2 on the water magic. We can make our crossbow staff head, which I think we already have one of those. We've given it as a reward. But now we can actually make them, which is pretty nice. Let's see. Won't let me consume that. Here's how to craft. Oh no! It's broken, I didn't pay attention. Make sure your shot is on. This is also why So we use health potions. We got them, so we better use them. This is also why we should have a Thunderbolt stat head now too, so we can switch back and forth in case one breaks. Too, or even though we should have an ice bolt on us, so we can switch back and forth when they break. Have another means of attack. Or just, well, yeah, because you're not going to repair it while you're in battle, especially with like multiple creatures like this. Okay. He handled it. Get some magic shards so we can fix everything. I'm about to go up and... Did we level staffs? I thought we leveled staffs. Huh. Oh, repair this. And here's some food that may help. Did it help with water? Did help with water. Cool. Ooh, we have 15, which makes me... I thought I could craft a rune with that. What do we need more magic too, though. Definitely want one of those on me. Take a moment and try to get a few more magic shards. Still really have some issues here with food and water and focus now soon. Just try to get our bearings a little better. I hope we come across something. I mean, we're out here in the wilderness. I don't know if we can find water anytime soon. Ooh, that's a bunch of goblins. That actually might work for us. Goblins will give us pumpkins. Pumpkins will give food and water. So we might be onto something here. Make sure they don't creep up on us somehow from the back or a different angle. Almost like that one did. Awesome. Try again with this group. I heard it make the sound like it wanted to harvest something off of them. That's just ridiculous. Oh, it probably made the sound because it hit something else. The bush. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Just want to make sure. Nothing else. Equip fists or torch to use to harvest resources from this. Oh. Or torch. Wonder what the torch would do for harvesting. I don't think I carry one or even have one. Oh well. Eat those. And we only got one pumpkin, sadly. So that may not have been exactly worth it. Interesting colored stone there. Alright. Keep our eye on anything that could pop up at any given time. I'm almost more committed now to going forward than going back, which hope proves not to be a dangerous choice. What level is this? It's going around. I don't think I've actually taken it yet. Stay flying. Most flyers are used. We're going to stay like this. Get your potion. Oh, we could have just used the room. Oh, we don't have it. Okay. We made it. Well, I guess we had attacked one before, or at least we just didn't get a thing, or maybe I just didn't notice from the monster card. That's nice. A little griffin feather, and yeah, we'll probably get tons of hide off of this. Awesome. Take it and run with it. But now things are a little dangerous. There's a single elf. I want it, but they're going to run, so I have to be cautious. Level 4, well, you're going to get burned. Oh, come on, already? It's broken again? No. I have absolutely no focus. That's why I can't use it. Okay. Well, gonna have to shoot you. Uh-oh. Now the longhorn wants to fight. Don't destroy the elk if you need to harvest from it. Make sure the longhorn doesn't actually kill you. Nothing on him. We'll take all his hide. And a piece of raw meat is okay. But we want hooves and antlers. Well, y'all, you'll give us hooves. That's where we got the wool from. Other person wants to fight. That's right, we don't have. Yeah, I figured I was going to die. Not prepared for another attack. In all of that. And look, if that was water, who knows, maybe we were actually getting pretty close. Wow. We got a lot that we need to go deal with here. It's a bummer that it's a setback and we have these deaths, but, you know, they happen. I'm not going to hide the fact that they don't happen. You know, there's no point in editing or cutting out it. You know, this is what you have to do. It's not like you'll go through the game without ever dying. Maybe, but then if you do, turn the settings up harder. Got my drink. To my knowledge, we're not going to get much food. We can try punching a few of these barrels and see if we get an apple. We'll get apples, but we'll also get rotten meat. So the apples I'll take or something. And the coin you can obviously use. There should be a food vendor, I think, in town somewhere. With 68, we actually probably can buy something off of them. I don't want to look all over. Hopefully it's like one of these buildings. Maybe even this one. Let's see. Oh, this is the Taylor. Oh, I forgot about all of this stuff. We really could have probably gone through all of this by now and suited up with higher stuff, but and you know, our stronger stuff, better armor. But I kind of like to go out there and do it all myself. Yeah, I see. What are you gonna sell me though? Berries. It's not much, but I'll take them. Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to waste my time around in town. You can find some things you need, but I prefer to just go out there and get it. Now, with that said, though, like there's the anvil and stuff over there. You can go make iron weapons, you know, early on. If you find a place to even maybe buy some iron ore, or say iron bars, you might just be able to make it. So, and depending on who you talk to, you can definitely buy, you know, some better armor and weapons. But again, I like to just grab and go. I don't like to rely on the safety of the village, even though I have a bunch already. I think the point is to branch off now. Could we play a little smarter? Yes. Something better not do. That elk makes me want to see if I could take it down, but if it's a few levels higher, it's going to probably, 19. It's going to run, and I don't want to chase it all over. I don't have a rune of speed, and I should just be focusing on crafting the shape-shifting rune for the satyr incantation, or incarnation, I mean. And that will not necessarily help with move. I think his thing is more to jump than it is speed. But at that's right. Do we need to go? No, we're just gonna survive as we go. A sickle will help us get more seeds, but that'll turn more into farming. So it could be that we set up like some farming at home and then have that always as a base to resupply with food too from that. And we'll get into that shortly. I think a few more levels. Not that we might not be able to do some farming right now. Oops, I get stuck. I know I hear something. And then I just thought about our fireball staff and how we should have fixed that. Stone tip arrows do a decent amount of damage. So we're good there. But, you know, I probably should be doing more fireplaces and just cooking more meat. It's just very slow and time consuming to cook the meat. I really just count on other sources that are not as good, like the berries or apples, pumpkins. You know, we're just not coming across a lot of them right now. This is one of my preferred to just gather our levels and stuff. We'll get a slight amount of whatever we need from a handful of skills, not all of them, as we run. And this way we can still cover ground and collect things like the berries, which are kind of what we really need right now. But it just, you know, it's better than walking and not gaining any experience at all. Plus these magic shards are going to be useful for us as we collect a few of those. And just to have a supply of straw, you know, makes your base weapon, your base stone axe, I think. So if all else fails or all else breaks, you know, you can still start building yourself back up. Oh, I saw, yeah, we see some goblins over there. Okay. Again, I don't know why. I'm going to regret it. For not fixing my fireball stack. Bam, 15, take it. 4 processing. Alright, let's take a moment here really quick. Get a little farther away from those guys. Hit in, health up. Level up. Want a little more attack. Yeah. I want more focus. So we'll add there. Okay. Yes. Craft that. We need to have that on our inventory. And can we craft? No, we won't be able to craft that. Try that. On us anyways. What else do we have? A little bit more. Jump over to tasks. Overseer. Here we go. Harvest sulfur and copper. When we see a copper ore, we'll switch over to that. Craft stone spear, we can easily do that. So we'll hold that for a second. Craft forge. We did ours way too early, so we'll have to make another one. It's fine. Craft some magic essence. We need to level up something so we can do that. Skip those, and that'll be at the end with elk stuff. Alright, let's check the stone.
As of late, the land has become more and more dangerous, and yet, still you choose to remain here. Perhaps we can assist each other. Show me the strength of your arm, that I might gauge your skill.
What does it mean? So we're going to need like 5, 10, and 10, 50, 50, 25, so 25 stone. And a bunch of wood and twine. Fire magic over that. Open the sulfur. Hit the wood right here. Should be more than enough. Oh, maybe not, but we should get the rest. Hey, little guy. Still didn't do magic. I know that other one's coming. I see him there. I forget it. Very nice. So now it even seems like they're coming more in pairs of 3s than pairs of 2s. So just kind of always be aware of that. Like, where there's one goblin, there's going to be more. We've even seen an elite goblin, I think is what it was called. A little bit taller than these, slightly different green. Who knows how much damage they could do. We're not going to stick around for it. Oh, no, we do not want to drop all. Just want that one. These pumpkins, sure. And more importantly, those. Hit all of these guys for some, I guess, meat or whatever the stone sword will pull off. If I remember now. Oh, what? Oh, that's a boar. Let's move away from him. Get some more magic shards here, just so we can always keep fixing things or repairing things. We need to probably gather a whole bunch more flowers so that we can hit our focus a little bit. Very nice. All those different things that are leveling up right now. Okay, just a little bit more of this. Okay, now we can go through a handful of things, or not. We have no twine? We didn't collect any twine yet? Oh, we were distracted. And then it broke. Well, good thing we have everything we need to fix that nice and quickly. Let's make sure we put it back on. Alright. Easy stone spears and should come back. And we really need to be doing this often. It's probably a good idea to maybe even have like 10 stone spears. That's copper. So we're going to switch over to the other task right after we do this. Or right after we have to kill whatever is on it. Trap in the corner. Oh, come on. Oh, it's level. No, we don't have a good way to take this down. Rolling attack. Turn the faster for some reason. It's probably way out of its element. Let's finally take it. Did we get it? We got it. Ooh, there we go. We got something nice. So we'll just keep hacking away at this until the body's gone and then see if anything else is dropped from it. The weight's getting a little tough, so we're going to have to watch craft those spears and see what happens there. Yeah, there's another one of those items. Check that in a moment. This guy's, there's a lot left on him. Wow. So with a better axe, this would help. But we can do that, but we need to get iron bars first. Unless we go buy one. We probably should have just bought it. I am really surprised they're still going on this. Usually things, there it is. Okay, and it didn't leave anything on the ground, so might not have been the most accurate way of harvesting resources off of it. But let's jump back in. 4 spears apparently is what we need. Where are they? Right here. Oh, we can only craft 3. We'll be short on the twine, it looks like. So while those are going, we'll just go right over to the next tree and hit some twine. This is cool. I've seen 2 copper ore, so we should have no problem or issue. There's the cap and the gloves. So if you don't have them, which we were lucky to find copper gauntlets and the hat off of monsters we killed, but if you don't, you can now craft those. So I'd suggest get some more armor. You'll definitely need it. Oh, for some reason we have that available. I want to craft that too. Because we can, and craft more of that because we can. This will also help with our stuff. We can do some berry jam. That will help with food. Let's just see where we are. Okay, this is what we... Earth Elemental Core. Hold that. Probably be useful later. Let's see. Okay. Craft one of those spears. Can we even do that yet? Is this it? The Seder Stone Spear. Yes. But oh, we don't want to use our supply of timber for that yet. So we're going to have to hold off. So now's a good time to switch over to the other one. Where was it with the harvesting of the ores? There it is.
Hail, outsider. You are about to enter the perilous embrace of the sand. Your strength has brought you further than most can reach. But tread lightly, or death will come for you.
Okay, just waiting for that to pop up, just so we don't miss our opportunity. And it's super easy. Just going to fill my weight up probably more than I like. So I'm going to stop with that. I use the axe. Nope, use the pickaxe. I want sulfur. And I don't want all that excess stone. There's not really... I was thinking for some reason the axe might help, but no, the pickaxe is going to have a better chance at that sulfur. We should get that on almost every giant chunk we go after. Whereas the copper is not really guaranteed. Ooh. Other weird things out of this rock. Okay. We're going to need more of those. I'm okay with this, but it means we're going to need a lot of berries now. So let's switch to the swords in the fields and just keep running. This hopefully won't fill our inventory as weightly as, say, the copper back there. I have absolutely no idea where we're going right now. I wonder if we can navigate by the stars, possibly. I don't know, at least maybe what's high up in the sky. But, and I still haven't made a map room. I probably should be making a few of those so we crack them when we get a little further out of here. Alright. I know I can probably make all the tea leaves right now. Or not. I can make one. Still have not gotten a lot of flowers. That's loaded. That's an earth element. So let's start running. Hopefully we'll just get out of his range. I don't really feel like attacking him. Although level 4 is not bad by any means. I just hate fighting at night. Hard to see right now. Maybe the dark vision rune would help too. I haven't made or crafted one of those yet. See something that looks like it could probably be goblins. Prepare for those. We probably should keep an eye on stone arrows. Make sure we have plenty of those. You do get most of them back if you retrieve them, which is nice, so they'll last a little longer. No, stomach is an issue. Almost easier without the almost easier without the light when taking these like goblins or so, because you can see their glow better. Oh, that's not really what I want. Put something better on just in case. Take all. And I want to instantly eat these to help. Hey, I leveled up Goblin Engineering. Alright. A Goblin contract now. What I'll do with it, I don't know. Pumpkin. Use the tea leaf as well for some focus. Alright. Back to normal life, where my stone sword is about to break. Not normal life, but back to the wild journey on the road. Wood. Looks like we see another goblin already up ahead. Let me see, maybe punching will get me more berries a little faster. It won't get me the flowers at all. Something else. Level 20. Anything else? I need to heal up. It's going to be going down really quick now with the wall. Oh, my armor broke too, and there's something else. Just ran right across it. Huh. That's not a colossal, that's just a deer, isn't it? It's a different. Yep. I'm dead. Dead. Oh, I did make it on the other side. I didn't even notice that I crossed water. So.
Alright.
Yeah. Let's try to focus up a little bit more here. Things have not been playing well. Our venturing is just not going as great as we want. Because we can't move fast, we're really stuck on not having any not enchanting, shape-shifting stuff, and I think that's really holding us back in combat and movement and exploration. And we're not sticking around to do a lot of our leveling up and crafting up, so we still haven't received, all of the... We really haven't crafted a lot of stuff. So let's focus on at least one thing. Here in town is this guy, wherever he is, and see what he can offer us. He's still not wanting to sell us anything good. He's just going to sell us all stone. I was really hoping he'd sell us iron. Let's see about anybody else here. We know the tailor was over there. This guy didn't have a whole lot of goodies for us. Our inventory, we're just going to have to just say is gone. We're probably not going to be able to get back to that even in time anyways, because we don't have any run or fast movement. So it's disappointing. I don't know why I came back in here. I knew this guy wasn't going to have anything for us. But when you die, you die. Now we have to restart and bring ourselves back up. And this is what happens when you don't really have a good foundation. Then you have to kind of resort to slower recovery. We want more stuff. We want more of a foundation for ourselves.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I don't want that stuff. It's very low level. Throughout, at least in this area for those merchants, I was hoping they'd sell us something a little higher level. And all these vendors running around, hoping to get something out of them. This might be the actual food one I was looking for. Yes, definitely. Oh, I thought we were going to buy all 20 of them.
The night is dangerous.
Okay, well that
But beautiful,
will
isn't it?
work. Let's see, actually. And then we get a few more pieces off of her. Let's buy the rest of what she has. Oh, okay. That food makes me feel better. Our armor is ruined because of well, the damage we took. So let's just fix that. Let's keep our eye on these barrels. More barrels. Okay. More barrels for more coin. And here was the tailor. So what do they have? Oh, these are just blueprints. They don't cost anything. You can just kind of take them, I guess. Or no, it's blueprints to maybe make it here, like it's a workbench. But we don't have. All of these are going to require copper, at least, which is nice if you have copper ingots on you. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be at least a.
Never forget who you are.
Here. Not him, not him. Maybe him, yep. Oh, nothing I want on him. Alright, well. So I don't really spend too much time around here. It's pretty limited. If you donate, you get more, you probably get more items. But ultimately, really want to get up to the island. Not the floating islands up there. Not because I think there's like this ultimate item up there or so, which I don't know what's actually up there. But I don't think that's like the ultimate destination or end game or whatever of this. I think more so it's just like a milestone to say I have accomplished this or I can accomplish flight and get up there. Plus, it should actually be a decent little place maybe for a base or a giant fort. And you're obviously off the ground. And I assume there's only going to be limited creature types, if any, up there. So, you know, the way to do it in my mindset now that I can think of would actually be get on the track better. Uh-oh. I'm glad you saw this. This is a prime example of some things that happen. Maybe we can hit this tree then and get out of it. So always try your best. Yeah, we got out of it. To see if you can wiggle your way out of a stuck position first. Otherwise, press start and they give you a trigger death option. But I was pretty cautious, or not cautious. I was aware that that was probably going to happen. When you start sliding and skipping off the mountain or off of the path, you risk kind of getting into a floating spot like that. It's not as well designed as, like, say, Skyrim, where you really just mountain jump up the side. This one, if you kind of fall or so, you really do risk the floating and being stuck while floating. All right, those are interesting. I'm not sure if those are going to be normal wolf things or if those are actually the Death Stalkers. And there's a panther over there. So we're already have an increase of monster level around us right now, it appears. Let's get our hideout. We're going to have to fix some things, fur, possibly some twine. In any of these, hopefully not any hard leather. I don't think we've really gotten into our armor like that. We don't have any twine. Let's see what we can do here. What is that? Oh, that's our hat that broke too. What is that? Goblin candy. Ugh. We don't have that, so we're not going to be able to fix our hat. Major disappointment. Take the stone off. It's probably time to make another chest. Do we have the wood? The straw? And always thinking about it. Not enough. Where do we need more? We need twine. We can do anything before we get more twine. And how do we fix this? We need we need more twine. Well, that won't be a problem then. Let's just clear our inventory a little bit. Not entirely sure. Oh, that must have been a reward for something. That was not the one I wanted. Don't put anything in that one. There's that. Oh, I have this and I just never equipped it yet. Or maybe I got it as a reward. Oh, it's iron. Wow, I'm not sure where I got that from then. Just double check. I don't need that on me there. Let's just wait. Okay. Oh, and I can dump all that gold. Find the right chest, which I knew it was the middle one. Why did I go to the other one? Alright, just double check. Drop the knight. Oh, that's slightly damaged. Oh well. I can get rid of all of our fur. Okay. On to twine now. Ugh. This is just like, it's just very disappointing that I keep doing this over and over again. It's kind of like I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, even though I'm not really doing anything different. So my levels increased and my tools and spells and stuff have gone up. I don't think I've been utilizing that as well as I should have. And I think now it's time to just go back and fix that sailor stuff, so I don't deal with that and worry about that much longer. Make sure we get our bow fixed as well. See what that's going to require to fix. What do we want? Inventory. Oh, just a ton more. Oh, even a ton more of that. And now we can fix the bows, but we need to regather all of this twine again. Once we get a healthy amount, I'll go and carve out our armor again. Actually, get more than enough to repair that. Oh, I dropped all the hide though. All right, well. Let's start trying to get some uncommon wood. I need more of that. And it's uncommon, so go figure. And I have a rune. Do put that there, crack it so we can craft more or gather more resources. Oh, come. That's not fix easy either. So I want to go check out how to fix that. Hopefully we have the raw copper for it. Looks like there actually might be an island out there. But I don't feel like swimming out there. I'd be more interested to go up there. But I just don't think we're even close to being prepared for a lot of this venturing yet. At least not the way we're doing it. Deal with that guy here. Hope he didn't just hit me. I want my hide first to fix the armor. A little tricky. We're going to have to use the angle at the house. Oh, for goodness. The safety of our house. There we go. Something with a little bit more power in it. I'm going to talk to my neighbor in the building. claws. And we'll harvest whatever else we can. Probably should have taken some meat. Actually, I'll just get them from this little guy right here. That'll help with that. Can we do a fireplace? I don't know. I keep making one out here and it keeps getting destroyed. I'm okay with that though. But just to, yeah. Think about how things are always going to go. Planning. I want to make the better cooking inside of my fort, but I also need to make that bigger. And I've been really neglecting that. I dropped all of my wood. Hold off, then. Don't worry about it. And we'll get water. Where we have to craft like the simplest, weirdest thing. There just hasn't been a ton of bushes. Hopefully some of the regrowth has happened here. It looks like it may have. It's still not going to do much. So we just won't go far. I know I saw those wolves over there. Try to just stay around here. There's the Gorgon scythe. I knew before long we would have it, so there's no point in crafting a scythe, stone scythe. And somehow we have an iron now, so there's just absolutely no point in crafting it at the time of everything for us. Alright. A lot of bushes here. See where this is going to get us for nothing still. Oh, well, maybe very good. How many of those can I make? 2 more. Just from not getting the field flowers that usually I tend to get quite a handful of them with the sword, but maybe it's just location. Maybe if I went inland more, I'd find them. And you do need a handful of them. It's not like you need 1 or 2, so that's part of the problem here as well. There we go. Yeah, you need 15 of them. Just for 1. I thought I saw something weird out of the corner of my eye there. Is that actually a turkey? It is. I want to kill it. Didn't know that was even a monster to kill. I didn't get a pop-up for it. I wonder if they added that. Did they come in and add a Thanksgiving thing? Or has there always been one, maybe? Just waiting till the right time of year? Huh. Turkey. Oh, so many decisions. Let's honestly check a map rune first. See if that will work for us. If I can even find it. Right there. We just need some quartz, and we do have that. Alright. Start to use some of the other things we haven't seen yet. This is actually one of the really cool items. Probably should have used it a lot earlier, but hoping it'll let us use it this close. It did. Awesome. So we can see where we are. A nice 3D map. It's a little harder than I would like to see, I guess, but it works, you know. So you can kind of see structures, or at least the general region, you know, whether you're going into some ice mountains or some volcano. And, you know, does do a pretty decent job. Doesn't last forever, though. So we have that now. Probably can't fix that. Let's try to go aim for that. So the other issue that I don't like is, like, we put our thing so close to water, but now when we need anything else, we have to kind of run out here. And this would just, like, super overgrow really fast. Yeah, no complaints. The nice thing about being in a forest, too, theoretically you could chop down part of it, and then when you move on to the second part, the first part could start regrowing. I just don't know really where we're going to go to find that. And this spot is just, it's making more noise than anything else. Rock golems maybe would work better if we used ice magic on them, I don't know. But if they're, but what we really need is to be able to just move past it. Let me see if we can fix this now. Oh, we need to fix that. I forgot about this. Oh, 2 copper ore, that's nothing. So, take this off. Tons of berries and tea jam. There's not really anything we could have done to have those on hand. The food would have spoiled and the grass would have spoiled, so you just have to collect this new when the time comes. I'd really like to hit up to level 16 here soon. I just don't want to be stalled from the lack of foundation that I have here. Come on, hit the forge. Get my raw copper, and then I can... Oh, I don't even need to go in here. I can just go here and fix that. Push it back. We'll go and drop off wherever we put some of our goodies. I can remember to find all of it. Nothing there. And there. So let's check our uncommon wood and see what we can do about timber. What, 1 piece of uncommon? Okay, I might take that back then if I don't have any stored in any of these chests. I don't. Alright, scratch that item. Let's see. 6, healthy. Oh, I think I have that sitting in another chest, don't I? Maybe not. I do. Alright. Really just need those flowers and berries. Okay, I'm getting a little hungry again in game. And you know what, our focus is low, so why not just deal with it and sleep right now to take care of it? And I know what I said earlier. I've already slightly changed my mind. I want to kill some more things and get up to 16. It looks like a little sheep. It's going down. It'll be too easy. Even if you're just a small amount of experience. Better than nothing. Get the beast magic off of that. Longhorn, you kind of make the question too. Oh, you're level 2 though, I'll leave you taming. Looks like the wolves pushed a little further back over here. Maybe they're fighting something. Or they just in general have a very large group, possibly. I see my first one. Usually, you see these, they see you. It's not true, though. It could just trigger because they have wide. Seems to be a wide movement or territory that they can cover. Definitely want the bow and arrow now when it gets closer, or at least the spear. Not the spear, the spear. Take our goodies and harvest our rewards. Okay. Maybe switch that off. Let's see about collecting more berries. Very exciting, but what I'll do. There's our next wolf. I think it's probably fighting a sheep too, which Sometimes you want to kill these things because they're just decimating a whole area of low-level creatures, and you could be getting experience off of that, or even harvesting items from it at least. Oh, bigger pelt or something, uncommon. A lot of goodies. Don't even know what half of these items will ever be used for, but I want them. I'll put them in a chest and save them. It looks like they had ate the body. The body disappeared. Oh well. Oh, there's another sheep. And boar. I don't like boars. Not that they're hard, I just don't want to deal with them. Level 3 is not an issue though by any means. If it comes up on me, I don't care. I probably should go kill it, because I'll level up if I do. Oh, I don't even need to level up. I did right there from crafting, or not even crafting, from repairing. I he'll go down easy. Alright. Level 16. What am I doing? Let's kick up. Pick up our health a little bit more. I want to be able to survive and make sure that I can survive while when I'm out here, and stamina a little bit more so we can be running. It looks like that stamina dropped. I wonder if I was getting a boost from something. And this boar, because he'll probably be low level and easy as well. Probably be a better idea to keep him alive for taming. Past that. Yeah, way past that. We should have been. We were not offered that task. Yeah. Let's see where we are. Holding this up. Go back and do the forge at some point. Huh. Probably get one about archery and like making a crossbow. Oh well. Let's see. Yeah, we really gotta just focus on. Unless there's some more I see, they'll be coming anywhere in a second. Those, yeah, that's straight up wolf. The other one was gray. I don't know if it was different or larger. Switch to our bow and arrow. Both of them are on fire now. Twofer. Too fast. I'm definitely a lot more comfortable now with combat and battling these creatures. Just, there's still a few, like my water, for some reason, I'm just not really having the best idea at that. And I think once I craft the magic jars at the magic bench, I'll have no issue, because those you can put water in. I don't know, that may help. Alright, well, yeah, again, before I get too caught up in everything, let's try to focus on going back and finishing out this most basic of basic tasks here that I still haven't completed yet. And see where else it helps take me. Tea leaves. The one, and the one there. Again, we'll yeah, and I think that's where we'll probably call it here, is try to finish out this basic task, and when we come back, replan out. And I know we've been kind of saying that over and over, but you always have to constantly replan and make sure that you have a good goal or task in mind, or destination, and regroup for what we need to do and think and want to do. Still haven't decided if I want to just grow my fort here, because we're getting so much use out of it now. We really should. Or if I just want to move on. But still haven't really moved on to find anything worthwhile. And since we're not able to really fast travel or travel safely, difficulty scout and find where the next destination should be. So I'm gonna get a few more flowers on the edge here before no more. And now we're just gonna go into no man's land for a while. Let's see, did that pull us up enough? Alright, so let's go back into the grass. Hey, what level are you? 9? And you're already injured? This hurts a little bit. We can do this. Get that bow out. Bingo. We got it. Here's a flyer, I think. Polymorph staff head is now unlocked. Awesome. What items do you have on this? Scales. Cool. And leather. All right. No harvest feel like any other animal. And we did get our beast card for that guy, so makes me feel happy. You know, they are a little bit harder of a monster, not because they fight back, but just because they flee and they fly. I knew with his health being that low, we could hit him with a good arrow or two, and that will do it, and it did. Okay, weight's getting a little high. Just want flowers. What do I not have to fix my sword? Stone, that makes sense. But we'll get one really quick here. We'll probably get more sulfur. Oh well, sulfur's really good. We need that for crafting our timber. Only we could get more uncommon wood. And we would be doing really well. And back to the berries and flowers, berries and flowers. Up here, there's a little bit more bush. You know, we're not at least right by the water. I even want to switch. Need more time switching my weapons. Why we moved our attack up a few levels. What about 33? Wow. Yeah. Maybe this whole time we could have been that strong. I'm not sure. The damage over time from fire was very nice. But I know we've leveled up our attack a little bit, so that has definitely helped. This looks like an elite creature. What is it? Oh, it's a goblin. I don't want it touching. That's okay. Don't mind killing you. 31. Probably should hit some fire on you just for that damage over time. Okay, we can go back. I'll go back to this. I'll go to a spear. Which is a high damage. It's a little higher level. And then I'll get back to the arrows to finish it off. Oh. See what we had on you. I don't want that stick, actually, but I'll take those. And those aren't even giving me experience anymore. That's disappointing. Let's see if we can harvest from him with this. Huh. There it goes. Oh, we only had one. Okay. Let's just check where we are here. Make another tea leaf. Put us what at 4 and 4? No, tea leaf will finish, so now all we need is just berries. Let's try to go barehanded for berry picking. Hopefully we'll get a few more. Anything out there to gather. And more water's dangerously low. I know we're really close to water though, so I'm not too concerned about it. Weight always getting a little heavy too. Well, we'll just inching closer and closer towards the safety shaft. There's it's a never-ending battle. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, don't die. No. Darn it, darn it. I should have just switched to the sphere. I didn't see my health. I should have healed. Wow, am I so bad. So bad at this. But keep playing. That's how you'll get better. You won't get better until you keep playing more and more. That wolf should not have taken me down, though, at all. I'm just going to run right back there, get my stuff, and then call it good on here so that I can take a break and really gather the thoughts about what needs to be done. I mean, we're inching forward. I mean, level 16, we just flew right through. Okay. I hope that spider's low level. 14. Spider should no problem there. Oh, we actually killed it. No, we didn't kill the spider because the one time we did have it come after us, the guards took it down. So you can see that I think partially because we have leveled up our attack quite a bit, and we've leveled up, but I think we're just more confident with battle here, and taking down things is pretty nice. Let's see, level 3. It's not wrecking my cons, but it did increase it pretty high. What level is this one? 4. Let's take it down. Alright, yeah, see, come on. They're just wasting time for me. They just don't want me to go back to my body. Oh, hey, get on there. You can't. Where is it? Come on, I just want to take all and move along. Like I said, I think my goblin gizmo is not giving me any experience per level. I think we have to start working on something else with the goblins there, but holding off until then. I'm gonna run through punching everything, hope I get a ton of berries. Doesn't want to seem to give me anything right now. Anything? Okay, there we go. Now I'm harvesting stuff. We could also try, forgot all about this guy. Don't know if he'll help us collect berries, though, but let's see. I think it's going to be more about seeds that we get from this guy here. We're even get somewhere where we can harvest anything. Alright. Don't see our body? We didn't take too long. Where's our body? There it is. A little further than I thought, but not too far away. And we still have him hanging around there. They should be close to that, I would think. Alright, let's take all of your stuff. Let's get. I think I see some stuff. What is it? Did I drop stuff? We're definitely hungry. A little bit of food left. Or were those rocks? Those were all okay. Those were all rocks. I thought they were stash drops or so. So, can we make any berry jam at all? Please be 2, just 1. We're not far off from making our next one. I really want to do that. Finish this silly camp oasis. I mean, these are things though that they're the basics. Like, you need to have these, and you need to be able to do it. And for me to take as long and have as much struggle as I did, just not good planning on my part at all. So that's why I think I really need to start replanning a location or replanning my plans of attack here and my hunting campaigns. I'm not getting anything from this. I just need a few berries. Come on. That should be enough. And I can craft my last one. Alright. Running back to the shack. Unload all of this weight. and to do a quick look through on some stuff. So harvest iron ore. I'm not even positive I've seen an iron ore deposit yet, and if so, maybe one or two, and I may have left them to come back. Ooh. It's not been as common as the copper ores that we've stumbled across, so I'll just start from the left unloading, and all those go in here. We can use those and those. Fix that. Let's see. Drop all of those. What is this? Oh, okay, portal to one of the temples. I think we have most of those over here. Got the gold. That's a different gold coin. I'm gonna drop that item. I could care less for it, and I want the space. Let's see, put that over here. I should be putting the uncommon wood here, but I don't have a lot of it. I don't think I have any of it. Fix that, repair that. Did I miss? I think I did miss. We don't have a spot for the wool yet, or at least not over there. Equip my pants back for the armor bonus. Copper and iron and stuff will go over there. That weird leather I don't have a spot for either. Yikes. Alright, well. Coming at that point for the need for another chest. That's a ton of meat, so let's get that cooking somewhere. I still have my fireplace. I do. Awesome. 12 won't even be close to enough, but let that go. Just add more wood later on that. Then we'll drop the other few little pieces. Can we repair our dagger? Fix our dagger. Alright, and then drop our copper off. And one piece of iron. We still don't have spots for any of that. See if that does anything. It didn't give us any knowledge anyways, experience. Okay, can we combine those? That's looking good, and I know we can drop the bone off right here. Nope, not that one, nope. Maybe not, yeah, here we go. Let's see, blueprints for the stone sword. I'm just going to drop that. I care less this way. Get another portal put in over there. And that makes me feel more comfortable. Okay. Righty. Our focus is real low. So let's sleep. And then we'll eat. I think we'll see about ending this. Just like to end it also on a good health note before we go. This way when I come back on, I'm not having to take care of a bunch of mindless errands. Okay. Yep, I will call this good. I hope you have fun playing games, and until next time, take care.